Good morning, everyone. My name is Ruth, and I've been a longtime member of Unity Center of Cedar Rapids, and I'm so happy to see you all here. We appreciate your presence and your spiritual home and the energy that you bring to the community, and we thank you for joining us, even on this holiday weekend. So I know it was kind of a little extra effort to get here. And we welcome the live streamers. Now I need everybody to turn around and wave. Hello. Now I made all the crowds sit on each side of the congregation so that it looked like there's nobody here. So I did that on purpose. There's a warm welcome to all our guests. I don't see any guests, but that's okay. We have a welcome brochure that we would like you to take, and then within that we also have a survey that we'd love for you to fill out and return in the offering basket so that we can review those. We'd love to hear your input. And thank you for joining them, and we're looking forward to see you again, and welcome. Our speaker today is Chris Klostermann. Chris and his family have been members of UnityCR for 16 years, and he has served as a board president and vice president, and he also regularly seen contributing as platform chair, as well as on the soundboard, and has involved himself in numerous projects. Throughout the years, he and his family have called UnityCR their spiritual home. A lifelong educator, he currently is the English and Social Studies curriculum lead for the Cedar Rapids School District. He enjoys any and all outdoor activities and watching the World Cup in his free time. Our musicians today, the UCR Spirit Band, are Nina Swanson, Ben Fashionpour, Angela Dooley, Trey Dooley, and Don Oliver. And now, if you would please stand as you're able, we'll be doing the invocation and the opening song. rousing addition. I'm impressed. Way to go, way to go. We invite our children to join the teachers now for youth and family ministry. During the month of July, our regular teachers are taking a little break, and so we have a little looser curriculum for this month, and you have Jim and Paula who will take the children. And first, we want to say that we love you, we bless you, and we behold the light in you. We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God. Okay, for the announcements today, Grounds and Gardens are meeting in the strong room right after service. That would be about 11:15. Anyone who wishes to join the Grounds and Garden team are more than welcome. We always love people who are interested in beautifying our grounds, and they have done a wonderful job this summer. Join Susan for centering prayer on Tuesday, July 7th at 10:30 a.m. If you haven't done so already, please register, and you will receive the meeting link, which is via Zoom, in your email. True Tuesday is back this week, and Bonnie will lead, that's Bonnie Bootsmiller, will lead us in a discussion of telepathy at 6:30 p.m. on July 7th. I guess I should have thought that loudly, huh, Bonnie? Spirit Space Book Study will continue this Thursday, July 9th at 10:30. You can still join the discussion of our new book, The Lakota Way. This Saturday, join Lisa for Unity Ukuleles. If you saw the recent Make Music Day coverage, you will know that we can't be sad and play the ukulele. Learn how to play this Saturday, July 11th at 11 a.m. Next Sunday, July 12th, before service, meet in the bookstore at 9:15 for a discussion of the booklet, When Someone You Love Needs Healing. This is one of the booklets that comes from Unity Village, and they put a lot of time and energy into making these little pamphlets just hit the heart. They're just wonderful. 10 a.m. service is Being the Face of God with Paula Land. Come and learn how forgiveness, appreciation, compassion, and embodiment bring into you a fuller expression of God. And then also, after service, there'll be community prayer circle with Susan. If you have a prayer request today, your prayer partner is Paula Land. And since she's with the kiddos, I think that she probably might be just a tad late, but wait her out. She'll be there for you. Now if you'd stand as you're able, we have a congregational song.
1, 2, 3, 4.
statement of purpose. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. We gather to create an experience of spirit. At UnityCR, we offer practical teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. Meeting you right where you are, we endeavor to provide a variety of ways to support your path of spiritual living. Our mission is to provide spiritual awareness and share the wonder and joy of God's love. And today's daily word is interdependence. Let's affirm together, I am connected with all beings. We are one in God. At our best, members of the human family rely upon and support one another. We give and receive, we help and are helped. We can comfort and we are comforted. I remember this if at times I feel alone in the world. Even if I'm tempted to cope with a difficult situation on my own, I will accept an offer of help if it comes. Likewise, if I see someone struggling, I will offer to lighten a load. With this interaction, I deepen my awareness in the infinite goodness of all people. I also express my spiritual nature more fully and easily as I communicate, cooperate, and contribute to the good of others, and open my heart to receive. We belong to one another, united in our diversity and interdependence in our humanity. And the Bible verse is 1 Peter verse 3, chapter 8. Finally, all of you have unity of spirit, sympathy, love for one another, a tender heart, and a humble mind. And next we have featured music, and then Chris will speak on I Know That I Know That I Know.
So the song we are going to perform is Bird on a Wire by Leonard Cohen. And I was not familiar with this song before this week. And per usual, Leonard Cohen, there's a lot to unpack. The words are simple, but there's a lot going on. And I feel that this song is a little bit like a prayer or someone's stream of consciousness about human struggle for feeling free, for understanding, for truth, for love, while acknowledging that we are definitely flawed and that there are painful consequences for our choices. But yeah, what a song. Anyway, I'm excited. Very cool song.
Like a bird on a wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir, I have tried in my way to be free. Like a worm on a hook, like a knight from some old-fashioned book, I have saved all my ribbons for thee. If I've been unkind, I hope you can just let it go by. If I've been untrue, baby stillborn, like a beast with his horn. I have torn everyone who reached out for me, but I swear by this song and for all that I have done wrong, I'll make it up to thee. I saw a beggar leaning on his wooden crutch. He said to me, "You must not ask for so much." And a pretty woman leaning in her darkened arms, she cried out to me, "Hey, why not ask for more?" If I have been unkind, I hope you can just let it go by. If I have been untrue, it was never to you. Like a bird on a wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir, I have tried in my way to be free.
Thank you very much. That was powerful. We're just going to let that sink in for a little bit. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It is an honor, as always, to speak with you again. And as always, there's that kind of pre-talk butterflies as you make the walk up here of like, okay, I planned things. Let's see how it all unfolds. But one thing I know won't unfold, to kind of go back to the topic of my talk, I know that I can't top Nina's talk last week. As I was running the soundboard, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to recite the Declaration of Independence. Probably not going to incorporate poetry. Definitely not going to sing, and that's probably a gift from me to you. And so I think what I'm going to do is the best that I can, which is a straight down the middle talk, very little movement, and hopefully people can take some things from that. But seriously, today's talk will be on the power of understanding, and much like my last few talks about the different powers, I will start with just the facts and then branch out from there into some practical applications and experiences that I've had that will hopefully be helpful for everyone. I'm also coming from the position of a fellow traveler. This has been tremendous for me to have as an opportunity to research and to learn more about the 12 powers and Unity's teachings, but I don't stand in front of you like I've got things figured out. I've got lessons learned. I've got some things that I can share, but I am just a fellow traveler along with you. So for me, the experiences are mine, but the facts that come through in this talk is largely from unity.org, which is a great, great resource. So let's begin. Just the facts. July's power, the power of understanding. It is the ability to know, to perceive, and one of my favorite adjectives in this regard, to apprehend. Like we have divine truth flowing in front of us, and all we have to do is apprehend it, and it's ours. And in a lot of ways, that is true. Our disciple is Thomas. He represents the ability to see beyond appearances to spiritual truth, to the spiritual reality. The music that we just heard, that beautiful song by Leonard Cohen, that in some ways, again, Leonard Cohen, you can dissect a billion different ways, over and over again. One of them very much could be the fact that, okay, here I am, warts and all, but there's something beyond that as well. And every person that we meet is an opportunity to see, the face of God, the divine, right there in front of us. And his nickname, as we know or may know, is Doubting Thomas. So there's going to be more on that later. The color is gold, and the corresponding location is in the front of the brain. And one of the things that I connected to, because I've done it myself, is when I've seen people try to understand something, they'll sometimes tap their forehead, or I'll do that too, and I'm like, okay, I got it. I know there's I understand the facts, but I don't have the understanding. And I'm like, okay, come on, brain, lock in. Here we go. And without realizing it in the moment, what I was trying to do with my body location is unlock the power of understanding. And then the affirmation, which I'll tie through the talk here, is my understanding of truth deepens and directs my life. So let's take a moment here and just know this out loud for ourselves. My understanding of truth deepens and directs my life. And the key word in that affirmation for me is directs. That's where we have the rubber meet the road, and that literally will come up in a little bit. Also, from one of our founders, Charles and Milla Fillmore, wisdom is knowing and understanding is knowing why. He says, the ability of the mind to apprehend and realize the laws of thought and the relation of ideas to one another. He noted that while wisdom is the raw knowing quality in divine mind, understanding is the human faculty that knows how to accomplish things. And that is the juxtaposition, that's the crux for what I want to share today. So, this is something that I've done for my classes when I've had high school students in front of me. I've also done it in professional learning because, the brain can only take in so much. So if we get the rudder on the ship early and hang on to it and steer, our own faculty of understanding, we have everything pretty much in hand. So the TLDR for my talk is to know that your highest good is unfolding at all times, then to enact it, then to take what the universe gives you and say, okay, what is mine to do? How can I apply it? And so that's like I said, the rudder that we'll be using to steer through this power of understanding. So now, the bike helmet and the picture and all of that. For those of you that know me, I'm an avid biker. A lot of things that I do is centered, to relax, to get exercise, to be with nature, is centered around movement, and biking is one of my favorite forms of movement. And it works as a great metaphor for the power of understanding. So for me, I can see the road ahead when I'm on my bike. I can have everything I need in a way. I have my helmet, bike, got the trail in front of me. So I have the wisdom of myself in that space. I know where I need to be going or want to be going. But it is my power of understanding connected to my literal feet that pushes the pedals and takes what I intellectually know of, here I am on the Cedar Valley Nature Trail. I'm headed forward in a certain direction. I want to get to a certain spot, but it's my power of understanding propelling myself down the trail. Does that make sense, or did I kind of kill the metaphor a little bit too much? But there we go. And just to start to kind of hang a little bit of a left, this talk, as you may hear from my voice, is that it has a lot of what I call Brenda-isms in it from the first minister that me and my family came to know, Reverend Brenda. So the I know that I know that I know comes from that. And then the question that she asked in one of her talks that has stayed with me all of these years and unlocked a lot of understanding that I have about divine mind, us being divine beings. And that is, do you believe the universe is malignant, benign, or benevolent? For me, the universe is unfolding for my highest good. It is benevolent. It is there trying to kind of help me along if I would just let it, and just allow things to happen, even though I have this great, great need to control or this desire to okay, but I need to have everything just be perfect. And another quote that came up from a speaker, I would say a good number of months ago, is this quote from Alice Walker's The Color Purple. And this stayed with me because this encapsulates how I view the world, or even in my darker moments, how I want to view the world, what I want to get back to, what my center is. And I think it ticks God off if you walk by the color purple in a field somewhere and don't notice it. People think pleasing God is all God cares about. We're just giving to this, flowing robe, white-bearded, generally patriarchal dude in the sky. But any fool living in the world can see it as always trying to please us back. And so in those moments in my life in which I feel like I'm too rushed, too harried, I got my to-do list, I'm an inveterate list maker, and I got to check it off, I got to earn the day, and so on and so forth, that kind of monkey mind I have. I take some moments on my best days and just look around and go, how is the divine universe trying to please me back, to show me something, to say, hey, that's really cool, And that right there can be 50 talks, And this right here is in some ways my guiding message of okay, with all of the stress that is going on, and I'm at a spot in my life, just how everything ebbs and flows, where there's a lot going on. So if I think about it, I can get pretty stressed out. I feel like I can be on the ledge and I can look over and go, oh, okay, I'm pretty high up. And then my next thing in my power of understanding is to understand, all right, how is the world trying to please me, to show me something very cool, and then allow me to experience more of it. That's what I love about being alive. Now, we get to the disciple Thomas, or doubting Thomas. And as a quick aside, let me just say, it took a long time to find a picture that might somehow a little bit accurately portray what Thomas might have looked like in that time period, in that region of the country, and not have a billion pictures where doubting Thomas or the disciple Thomas looks like Wilford Brimley. Trying to tell me about diabetes. But was doubting Thomas really doubting? And this is what stuck out to me, that clicked in to what I want to share. I disagree with the term doubting. I believe what he was really doing, and when you go back into the passages with Thomas and read them, what he's really doing is asking good questions. When we look at our Jewish friends and they say the power is not in the answer, the power is into a really good question, I think we're getting closer to something. He didn't take reality at face value, but instead tried to see beyond it to ultimate reality or ultimate truth. He saw what was in front of him for sure, but what was behind that? What was being portrayed? How was divine mind acting through to what he could perceive. And that's where I come to like our current state in 2026. What happened to our ability to ask questions? Oh, I got one variable that might be holding some answers. Always know that we've got the power of several billion-dollar companies that are there to make sure our attention is taken from us to where we never ask the questions, we just let the algorithms work on us passively. And so there is just that mindset, that discipline to know, and it robs us of our ability to ask questions. So I invite, myself included, to just keep that rolling around. It'll pop up from time to time, and then to realize, okay, but what do I really wonder when I put the phone away? And this is the tough part of the talk, because I'm going to talk about my kids. Okay, we'll skip that. But I loved how they asked questions. My dad was the first, when I was a kid, to show me the power of asking questions and then the joy of trying to find out, like, what is the truth. When we were at the dinner table, my sister and I, my mom, my dad, of course, my sister and I, would ask questions, and then as I grew older, my sister, who's 8 years younger, would like continue the question tradition, and so I was able to see it like from a little bit of a step back, a little bit of like, okay, I understand some things more than she does, but it's still fun to hear her ask the question. And my dad routinely, if he didn't quite know the answer, which to be honest, my vision of him was very rare, I kind of understood my dad to be like born as a 30-year-old fully functioning adult. I don't believe any of the kid pictures I've seen of him. He would get up and he would go, and this is 70s, 80s, into the early 90s. He would go to the Farmer's Almanac, and especially like if it was like a cosmological question, a meteorological question, like he would grab the Farmer's Almanac and he would just teach us, how to search and find the answer, and he modeled that as well. So that's the beauty of it, And like I said before, with my kids, when they were littler, asking questions, that was just gifts to me. And then when Lisa or I would help them understand something, then the next future gift would be, okay, so how do they apply it in their lives? How do they take our fact and then shift and change it to fit their own lives? And that itself is another 50 talks. So for me, I'm a checker myself. It can get pretty annoying, but what I'm constantly trying to do when I'm asking questions or when I'm checking in with people is I'm just trying to perceive and to learn. And therein lies the difference. I've met people who just seem to be contrarian, just to be difficult. It's okay to take opposite viewpoints if we're trying to intellectually come to some higher understanding, some higher truth. But if it is just to like take the opposite thing just to be difficult, okay, well that's cute. But I'm going to go towards the people that are seeking to understand. And that means they'll use their knowledge. They'll take what is given, what they understand to be spiritual truth, divine order, and then apply it. And that's what the power of understanding is all about. It's the putting together. So for me, this is the portion of the talk where I need to talk about some learning theory. And truthfully, one of the few theories or taxonomies that have any body of research behind it. And currently, now, John Elmerode, Professor Elmerode, is the one that has been spearheading solo taxonomy and its use in all levels of schooling. So for me in my work, this is something that I kind of use as my North Star. The solo taxonomy is really, really simple. It just means you can't learn anything until you attach it to something you already know. And then it just builds from there. So there's 5 stages, and again, each one can be 50 different little educational learning theory lectures. But the first one is starting where you just don't know anything. So level 1 is just blank slate, all the way up to level 5, where you're not only understanding and knowing it innately, you can transfer it to new situations without even conscious thought. And that's what he is centering his work on for all different types of learning at all different grade levels, or it just, in my opinion, life in general. So solo taxonomy is when you are learning something and it starts to work when you go, oh, I know, okay, I could, yep, I've been there, I've had some experience, I can attach it now to something else I know, and you build these little chains of knowledge. One great example of this that comes up and helps me understand the power of understanding is when my dad tried to teach me how to change a flat tire. Great, I appreciated it. We had a flat tire on the car. He thankfully, the tire was getting super low, but he was close enough to home that he made it into the driveway, but we now had a car in a driveway with a flat tire. And he thought, okay, this would be great. I need to change the flat tire. I can teach Chris. Awesome. Good knowledge to have. One problem, I was in 3rd grade. So I went out there, yay tall, and I'm like, okay, I'll help. I'll learn how to change a flat tire. Had no clue. And at that point in my life, kind of being the early 80s, the coolest car that I knew was either the General Lee or Knight Rider. And so, okay, that's all I knew about cars. I loved that. But, all right. He went and he showed me how to change a flat tire, and I dutifully tried to learn it, but I had no prior experience. Never done it before, never knew anything with the tools. I just saw him do some unique things, saw the car get jacked up. I thought that was pretty neat, but nothing was sticking. The solo taxonomy, there was nothing there for that little thing to grip to. And so, out it went. Fast forward to when I'm a junior in high school, and it's winter in Minnesota. Guess what I have? Flat tire. And then I'm sitting in the car going, okay, what did my dad say? How's this going? How's this work? And I was stuck, literally and figuratively. But I knew, we would make it through. Again, innately, even though I didn't have words for it, I knew the universe was unfolding for my highest good. And just knowing that and taking that in as the first step, I can start to do some actions that I knew I could do to help with the situation. And so then this gets to another portion of my life that's happened recently, which is what Ruth had mentioned with me being a curriculum lead. So this is a position at the Cedar Rapids Community School District that I'll be starting in the fall, where I'll be helping K-12 teachers and buildings with ELA curriculum and social studies curriculum. However, 2 years ago, I couldn't have told you in my wildest dreams this is where I would end up. 2 years ago, Grant Wood AEA, after the AEA bill got passed, lost all the funding for my wing of the AEA, which was educational consulting. And so I just know I needed a job. I wasn't thinking 2 years down the road. I was just thinking, what do I need to be doing here? It would have been helpful at that time for me to understand or remember the truth that the universe is unfolding for my greatest good. Because my friend Sean at Kennedy High School, the activities director at Kennedy High School, called me up and said, Chris, I know you're looking for a job. We have an English teaching opening. Would you consider that? And at that point, knowing that a steady paycheck and insurance and family and all that were the goals, I would consider a lot of things. And so, quick short story, I ended up going back into the classroom and teaching freshmen and then juniors and seniors 2 school years ago. And that was a great gift. I took it through my power of understanding that I had 19 years in the classroom prior to that, 8 years at Grant Wood AEA, and now I had this opportunity, whether I asked for it or not, to put my money where my mouth is. Could I take everything that I learned from those years of education and educational theory and solo taxonomy and all that, and can I get back in there post-COVID, post-derecho, post-everything, post-TikTok, and teach? And it was a grind. It was a baptism by fire in a lot of respects, but we did it. And I really do feel like that gave now looking back in hindsight, the foundation of like, okay, this is what school is like now. You know, when I left in 2016, like I mentioned before, TikTok was just coming to American shores. So like my last year in the classroom was TikTok free. You know, we just dealt with Twitter. Yeah, okay, you know. And so in hindsight, not too bad. And then now coming back 8 years later, okay, I might as well just be a new teacher. And I told people that. I said, what you're looking at is a well-informed idiot. We're just going to start with a blank slate. Then, last year, a position opened up to be an instructional coach. And I went for it, because my passion now at this stage in my career is helping adults do a very difficult job. And so this was an opportunity I was very, very thankful for. Again, if I had been more present in my mind, in my divine mind, I would have understood, oh, well, this is a unique little domino that kind of fits. Boom. I took it, was very grateful for the position, and then so this past school year, I was instructional coach at Kennedy High School, and so I got a little bit closer to the teachers and to doing the heavy lift, helping people do that, and then understanding more of the systems that work within the district. And then lo and behold, this past May, I was asked, they're like, hey, we have a curriculum lead position open up. We would really like for you to apply. And now we're here. So the past 4 years, so every year of my kids' high school experience, I've had a different job. So I'm very much like understanding of how it feels to start a new school year with the nerves, just like they did, because I'm doing the very same thing. But that is a great lesson from a professional sense of, all right, here's some things unfolding. What can I do to enact what's happening to like take my highest good and put it to use, to start to pedal. And so even though I may not be like so sure on the steering, at least I can try through the power of understanding to pedal forth. So that's what we get. This is the next question, and I don't have an answer for you, but this is where the talk for me ends with this portion that we're going to take into meditation. And that is, and I've heard it phrased different ways from different faith traditions, but in short, from a couple of Buddhist sources, when I'm looking at the power of understanding and I'm trying to enact how my greatest good is unfolding in the universe around me, one window could possibly be, all right, what are the strengths that I naturally have that I am not using? So instead of like worrying about the weaknesses and the stuff that's on like that I try to kind of keep hidden and like, okay, I know this is like, you know, if I see a cheese tray, I gotta like run in the other direction, or I gotta like, you know, use my blinker more or whatever. Not the weaknesses, but what are the things I'm good at? Is that itself, you know, the divine working through me saying, I've given you these levers to pull that are really easy for you to pull. Why are you ignoring that one? You know, you are there for this. You know, I picture in my head, right or wrong, the divine kind of like kicking me in the butt gently. I'm just going like, hey, it's right here, you know, here we go, you know. It's like playing that little kid game where they, you know, you try to guide somebody by saying warmer, colder, all of that. I kind of feel divine through the power of understanding saying that to me of like, okay, you're good at this part. Why aren't we doing more of that, you know? And like, let's try it. And then when you grab the lever and you pull it and you're using your strengths, what then unfolds a lot quicker, a lot easier. That's something that I'm continuously fascinated about, continuously in my prayers and in my meditation of like, I am here, I've accomplished whatever I've accomplished in my life, but what is there yet? What's up around the bend? Another bike metaphor. What is there for me to experience? What can I do as the divine acts through me and as me? Can I experience that I can then share back? You know, if, as we saw from the Alice Walker quote, if God is trying to please me, how am I noticing it, and then how am I using it? And in those type of questions, in that type of rumination, I feel like you get to the beautiful part of this power. and that is that it leads inevitably, without any coercion, it can't help itself, to greater connection with one another and to a greater understanding of oneness. Thank you. So now for this part, our meditation, I invite everybody to be centered and be comfortable in your seats. Feel the seat fully supporting you, your feet on the ground, fully supported. And take a couple of deep, calming breaths to bring ourselves fully present in this moment. And this meditation on the power of understanding comes from Reverend Bronte Colbert. Breathing in, we know in this moment we are called upon through our spiritual gift of divine understanding for the continuous insights into our daily journeys. If I'm not sure of the path to take, which decision to make, or what words to say, I allow spiritual understanding to guide my mind and heart. It's this power of understanding that takes me to deeper levels of compassion, non-judgment, and connection to others. I use the faculty of understanding to see beyond human appearances and into the light of truth. I perceive and am grateful for the gifts, the joys, and the presence of the divine in every event or circumstances. I know that I know that I know. I am the great I am. And I affirm with spiritual understanding, through spiritual understanding, that I see myself and others, my fellow brothers and sisters, with compassion. And now we gently bring ourselves back. With grateful hearts. Thank you.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, that's how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies out having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when the day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. For me. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pines, you know how I feel. Freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I feel good. I feel so good. I feel so good.
Wow, oh wow, oh wow. Where are the coffee houses in Cedar Rapids so that we can do this? Now I have to lost my place. Okay. We would ask the ushers to move forward because we have people who do, I'm a little dizzy. If you have set up regular electronic giving or would like to give online today, please find your online giving card or raise your hand and we'll get you one. We invite you and those of you online to make your contribution at www.UnityCR.org. We invite everyone to hold their love offering or card for a blessing. We bless these baskets and the abundance they are about to receive, and we give abundantly. We receive with gratefulness, and from our hearts we give again generously. And please join me in the offertory statement. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I give, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Gratitude before me. Gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me. Gratitude to the right of me. Gratitude above me. Gratitude below me. Gratitude within me. Gratitude all around me. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Join me in blessing the offerings and the prayer intentions. And if the usher, the one and only usher, I freely give and gratefully we receive. We dedicate and consecrate these tithes, gifts, and offerings to the will, the work, and the way of the Christ as expressed through our ministry of love and service. We bless the members of our spiritual community who have made their prayer requests known to us. They're out in the prayer box. We surround them with our loving thoughts and prayers. We affirm and know that each person is blessed with wisdom and discernment, health and wholeness, and prosperity in good measure. We release these requests, trusting that all is well. Amen, and so it is. Thank you, Brian. Reminder, after service, we have a grounds and gardens meeting in the strong room. And again, if you're interested in the gardens, please join us. It's a lot of fun. And now we have our closing song, the peace song.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator,
The light of God surrounds us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence of God.
Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And that's the truth. Amen.
Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pines, you know how I feel. A freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling I'm feeling so good. I am so good.